If you're following the news, you're probably aware that Japan is not having a very good start to 2024. And in light of that, I wanted to speak a little bit on it. I'm not trying to make a big brouhaha of this video. I don't want to put any pictures up or try to make this some kind of big deal while I'm trying to glorify myself. I just want to get some of my thoughts that I'm having, because for the last 30 hours, my phone has been pinging, and every single time that it rings, I'm thinking about the fact that there's another time that the ground shook, and there are a lot of people, young families, kids, elderly people in a area that's colder than I am, and they're sleeping in gymnasiums, they're sleeping in community centers, they're sleeping in their cars. But more importantly, and this is something that I really respect about the Japanese people, and that's why I have this quote here: humility is not thinking less of yourself, it's thinking of yourself less. There are people in those circumstances right now, sleeping in gymnasiums, sleeping in sleeping bags or on futons, and they're not complaining. They're making the best of it. Of course, they would like to be in their homes enjoying the break as we celebrate the beginning of the year, which is the biggest holiday in the country. But moreover, it's important to realize that if you are safe and you're with loved ones, then there is a level of richness that you have there that you should appreciate. I think one of the most important qualities we can have, not just as people, and we often talk about finding a mate, but in a mate, is someone that's humble. I know people who have dealt with situations where they had extensive damage to their house and their life was affected for not just days or weeks, but their life was affected for months, even years really, where their life had changed and they had to adapt to it. And there are two kinds of people that are going to deal in that situation. They're going to be people that are going to look for ways to make the best of it, and they're going to be people that complain. And I can't think of a more sorrowful existence than to be in a situation where you're very uncomfortable and you're with someone that is not seeing the bright side of a very difficult situation. And to be honest with you, in the West, specifically in America, we don't teach ourselves to do that. We don't teach ourselves to be humble or to look at the bright side. When things are a little bit difficult and we don't have exactly what we want, we complain. And we see often with the marriage stats, if the marriage is not perfect, we leave. And in that kind of country, that kind of atmosphere where we learn to look for our personal desires and our wants first, sometimes life gets tough. And when it gets tough, who's going to be in your corner? And that by definition is what family is, right? So if you pick a wife and she's looking at this difficult situation and she's saying, how can I ease the difficulty of this situation? How can I help? Where's the silver lining in this? Then you can take a poor situation or a difficult situation and make it tolerable or make it better. You can make it one of the best memories of your life. But that requires humility. It requires a woman or you to be down to earth and to remember the things that matter. So I wanted to speak on this because we often speak on trying to find a mate on this channel. And I think one of the most important character traits that you could have in not just your mate, but yourself is to be down to earth and to have a level of humility, because sometimes life gets tough. And if the beginning of 2024 is an omen for what's coming, it would not be a bad idea to be with someone who's down to earth that can make the best of things with you. It's unfortunate that we don't really teach these traits from where we come from, but we might need these traits in times to come. And I can't think of a better person to spend the future with, times good or bad, than someone that is down to earth and can appreciate the simple things. That's all I have to say. Take care, guys. Have a happy new year, and I'll catch you in the next video. Take care, guys.